Our year in review brought to you by A Drunk On Podcast. That's a podcast me and my buddy Tyler have where we talk about several things like movies, TV shows, sports, and anime. Eventually.
Maybe one day, and I just want everyone in the audience to know, if you ever make me talk about rubber again, I'm never speaking to you.
That's an amazing cinematic masterpiece, buddy.
No.
It's amazing cinema. If you haven't
Code,
seen rubber...
No. We're not doing this. We're not doing this for the third time. No.
2024 was a hell of a year, guys. And right now we're going to go take a look back at the events that made it a hell of a year. Click. Oh boy, here we go. Click. To start out the year, the American Dialect Society picked and announced the word of the year for 2023. They chose the word enshittification, which means the decay and decline of online products and services. And click. In related news, on January 1st, it was Public Domain Day, where several published works from 1928 entered the public domain. One of the most notable being Steamboat Willie, the predecessor to Mickey Mouse, now open for anyone to do whatever they wish with. So on that note, let the enshittification begin. Click. On January 3rd, the Epstein list became available, noting many associates of the now imprisoned man, which in hindsight is a good thing, because that definitely flushed out all the dark bits of Hollywood, and there's nothing else we could discover that would tarnish the reputation of all of our celebrities and idols. Right? Click. On January 11th, Bill Belichick was fired as head coach of the Patriots. And what seemed like the end of his 49 years as a coach, that's right, Bill Belichick has been around so long that his career is basically his girlfriend's dad.
That's right, Cody. The New England Patriots fired Bill Belichick after more than 20 years in New England, and the Patriots claimed it was Belichick's midlife crisis lifestyle that led to the firing, mainly his use of Gen Z language and his newfound love of vaping.
Click. Moving on to February. February 4th brought us the 66th Annual Grammy Awards. Taylor Swift won with Album of the Year, Midnights. Because if I've learned anything in this world, Taylor Swift is God and nothing really changes. Click.
Social media website Blue Sky has made their website open to the public, dropping its previous invite-only format, making it a clear rival to Twitter. Twitter CEO Elon Musk responded to this by challenging Blue Sky's CEO to fight him and Mark Zuckerberg in a three-man death match in the Roman Coliseum.
I would pay to see that.
You and me, yeah, I would too.
Click. Oh yeah, on February 8th, Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin televised the coziest pillow fight ever. Sorry, I mean, it was the most hard-hitting interview with real good journalism being done.
That's right, Cody. Fox News host Tucker Carlson conducted an interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Many are criticizing Tucker Carlson for being too soft and even pro-Russia at times during the interview. When asked for a comment, Tucker Carlson said, "What the fuck did you want me to say? Putin kills journalists like it's his Friday night book club." No, we're just kidding. Tucker Carlson didn't say that. He'd have to have a conscience to say that.
Yeah. Click. On February 11th, the Kansas City Chiefs won a Super Bowl. Again, because our one true God, Taylor Swift, deemed it so.
The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the San Francisco 49ers to become the first team in 20 years to win back-to-back Super Bowls. And you know, Cody, I'm sure their fans are really going to respect and appreciate this moment with dignity.
Shots were fired at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade this weekend after an argument broke out among the fans.
Click.
On February 21st, the Alabama Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos can be considered children under state law. And on February 22nd, AT&T suffers from network outages, impacting 71,000 customers. And on February 23rd, a high-altitude balloon of unknown origin is detected over Utah. Officials are quoted by saying, "Two of these events may be connected, but I won't tell you which one." Click. On February 28th, Mitch McConnell announces that he will step down as Senate Republican leader in January of 2025, when he will be released back into the wild to live out the rest of his turtle life with his turtle friends. Click. I just did that for fun. Click. Watch out for those straws, old buddy. Click. Going into March. Click. On March 9th, Utah adopts a new state flag. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to look it up. I know it's easy to Google, but I just don't care. Fuck you, Utah. On March 10th, the 96th Academy Awards are held. The same day, there was a mass stabbing and a pretty gruesome plane crash, both of which claimed several lives. Yet the biggest tragedy is that they gave Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer Best Picture. It was good. It wasn't Best Picture good. On March 14th, SpaceX successfully launches its first Starship rocket, the biggest, most powerful, most amazing. Click, and it's gone. Click. On March 26th, a large cargo ship collided with the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, causing it to partially collapse. That doesn't look partial to me, man. That looks fully collapsed, just like the Ravens do every year in the playoffs. Click.
Former crypto CEO Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in prison after being convicted of scamming over $8 billion from investors in his FTX crypto scam. This proves to us all, once again, that no one understands crypto.
Click. Order 2. Click. April.
It's estimated that 18 million people watched Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes take on South Carolina Tuesday night in the NCAA Women's Basketball Final. I didn't know that there were 18 million lesbian basketball fans in the world, Kody, did you?
Oh, I do now.
We all do now. The WNBA is celebrating its 26th season, and players are saying that their league is already better off than the NBA was during its 26th season, which the NBA's 26th season was...
1972.
And their biggest problems back then were?
Getting their players to stop drinking and smoking so much.
In other words?
Trying to make their players less cool.
And what was the WNBA's biggest problem this year?
The entire league was hell-bent on bullying a scrawny little white girl.
Oh, damn. So, yeah, I guess the WNBA and the NBA.
You're not better off than the NBA was in their 26
Yeah,
seasons.
no, you're not. Different problems.
Different problems, different people. Click!
A magnitude 4.8 earthquake hit New Jersey this morning, and many residents said they thought the earthquake was caused by your mother's fat ass falling down. Oh!
Hey, boom! Click! On April 8th, a total solar eclipse is viewable from the central and northeast U.S. Really no joke here. I just thought it was pretty cool, and I wanted to mention it. Click! On April 19th, Taylor Swift releases her new double album, The Tortured Poets Department. It breaks the record for most streamed album in a single day, and she becomes the most streamed artist in a single day. Because, of course, haven't you learned? Nothing changes. Soon it'll only be Taylor Swift. And finally, the world will know peace. Click. On April 19th, Tesla recalls thousands of Cybertrucks due to safety concerns because, of course, you can't slap 4 wheels on a smart fridge and expect to get Susie safely to school.
That's right, Kody. I read that the Tesla Cybertruck was being recalled over safety concerns because it's so ugly and jarring to look at that road accidents amongst other drivers are up 10,000% this year.
That's 10,000% more than last year.
That's...
Click. April 19th, the U.S. Department of Education releases revisions to Title IX, expanding protections to LGBTQ plus students. And with the threats of getting rid of the government organization, it could make the official last words of the Department of Education be, "Let the gays play." Click.
The $1.3 billion Powerball jackpot was won this week by a Laotian immigrant battling cancer. They said they'd use their winnings to pay for their treatment since United Healthcare denied their claim. Too soon? Okay.
Will that cover it?
Click. On April 23rd, after 5 months with communication problems, NASA finally receives decipherable data from Voyager 1. You know, kind of like that girl you were talking to on Twitter. Sorry, I was going through a solar storm. Click. That one was for Pav. That was pretty.
Thanks, buddy.
Click. We're almost done with the first half of the year. May. Click. On May 2nd, Florida becomes the first state in the United States to ban cultured meat. Ron DeSantis said the decision was made because he would like to be the only test tube weenie in Florida. Click. On May 8th, researchers at Google DeepMind announced the development of AlphaFold 3, an AI model that can predict the structures of almost all biological molecules. Later that day, healthcare chain Ascension announces has been the target of a cyber attack on its computer systems. Coincidence? I think not, but I, for one, am welcoming our cybernetic overlords. Click.
The Boy Scouts of America announced that they would be renaming their organization to the Scouts of America starting in February 2025. Scouts of America narrowly beat out their second-place runner-up, the Guys Just Being Dude Scouts of America.
It's like you got this scout from IKEA. Some assembly required. Click. On May 9th, a record annual increase in atmospheric CO2 is reported from the Mauna Loa Observatory in Hawaii, with a jump of 4.7 parts per million as compared to a year earlier. Officials are quoted saying, "Click, there's nothing to be worried about. Oh, look, a hot snowman on Netflix." Click.
Joe Biden announced that he was canceling $7.7 billion in student loans for over 150,000 borrowers. This now brings the student loan debt crisis down to $1,792,300,000,300,030. Thanks, Joe.
Click. Minnesota adopts its new state flag to coincide with the 166th anniversary of its date of statehood. Again, I don't know what this looks like. I'm not going to look it up. Fuck you, Minnesota. Click. Oh, yeah. On May 30th, Trump is found guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records in his New York hush money trial, making him the first president to ever be convicted of a felony, and the last time he'll kiss and tell. Click. June. Click. On June 17th, the 77th Tony Awards are held, and winning Best Musical was The Outsiders, a musical that was based off of the 1983 film The Outsiders, which was adopted from the 1967 novel The Outsiders, which was inspired by, you guys get the point, nothing fucking changes. Click. From June 17th to the 21st, the Northeast and Midwest experienced heat waves in which heat indexes reached 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 41 degrees Celsius from those across the pond. Nothing to worry about. Hey, how's that new Taylor Swift album? Click.
Former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez was found guilty in a Manhattan court of conspiring with drug traffickers and enabling the transportation of over 400 tons of cocaine from Honduras to the U.S. President Hernandez was quoted as saying, "All I did was grow my country's #1 export into a worldwide commodity, and now I'm the scumbag."
Click.
After 17 years of litigation, Chiquita Brands International was found liable by a federal jury of financing the far-right paramilitary death squad, United Self-Defense Forces of Colombia. Yes, Chiquita Bananas was financing their own paramilitary death squad. Really makes you what kind of military Campbell's soup has, Kody.
Yeah, click. On June 24th, the Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup, the first in their franchise history. 20-something girls everywhere responded, "They only have one? I have like 5 of them at home, all different colors." Click. On June 27th, the Department of Justice charges 193 people, including 76 medical professionals, with participating in healthcare fraud schemes worth $2.75 billion. This action totally took care of the problem, and nobody else feels more ill will toward this issue at all, and there will be no other negative impacts or events for the rest of the year. Click. Also on June 27th, the first 2024 presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump was broadcast on CNN in Atlanta. We all had a good laugh, didn't we? Click. I think we're moving on. Quarter 3. We're on quarter 3. Click. July. Woo! Fireworks. Yay. Halfway through the year. On July 1st, in the Trump versus United States, the Supreme Court rules in the 6-3 decision that former presidents are entitled to absolute immunity from prosecution for official acts. In response, there was a surprising lack of Bill Clinton jokes. I mean, like, seriously, what are we all too good for those now? Are they not funny anymore? Also, did anyone notice? That's not the Supreme Court building. That's the Indian flag right there. Just wanted to see if you guys noticed. Stay awake, guys. Click. Oh, yeah, on July 13th, Trump narrowly escapes an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. But according to House rules, the shooter can mulligan and try again later. Oh, come on. Click.
Software company CrowdStrike launched a faulty software update that caused massive IT outages and caused the cancellation of over 10,000 flights worldwide. When asked for a comment, CrowdStrike's new Skynet operating system said, "This was all just a test for what's to come."
Click. On July 21st, Vice President Kamala Harris, a woman in a pantsuit, launches her campaign for president against Donald Trump. What year is it? Seriously, guys, nothing changes.
Also, on July 16th, Hurricane Beryl made land... Hurricane Beryl? Who the hell names these things? This is what...
We know.
Click.
Yeah, August. Click. Recreational cannabis sales begin in Ohio. I'm expecting a new safe flag to come out soon. Another one I will ignore. Also, that's not Ohio. Click. That's Ohio. Fuck you, Ohio. Click. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health places several towns on August 24th on high alert after a patient is diagnosed with Eastern equine encephalitis. In the state's first case since 2019-2020 outbreak, which is the first time I'm hearing about it. Click. What the hell were we all talking about at the time?
She was robbed.
Dude, I was fully expecting her to come back from the next Olympics and fucking kill it. But now she's retired. That's what bullying does.
It's our new Harambe.
Oh, God. Oh, no. This is the darkest timeline. Click. September. Click.
That's right. Haley Welch, a.k.a. the Hawk Tua girl, has been given her own podcast called Talk Tua, proving once again that you can get rich in America for the stupidest shit imaginable. Also in the news, Haley Welch, a.k.a. the Hawk Tua girl, is launching her own cryptocurrency called Hawk Coin. That's the joke. We know how this recently played out, and is anyone really surprised that it turned out to be a massive insider trading scam? Because it just proves once again
that no one understands crypto. Click. On September 10th, Trump and Harris debate for the first time. Coincidentally, volume sales reach a decade-long peak. Also, I just wanted to point this out because this is like a chart following the decibels of each candidate's voice. What the hell happened over here? I gotta go back and rewatch that debate. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Click. On September 12th, the first commercial spacewalk is conducted by entrepreneur Jarek Isaacman, who is quoted saying, "I almost made it out of this crapshoot, but the fuckers had me tethered." Click.
Tupperware filed for bankruptcy this weekend, citing declining sales as the main reason. Tupperware's CEO was quoted as saying, "Go look in your grandparents' cabinets and tell me the last time they bought some new Tupperware."
Click. On September 15th, attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Florida at his West Palm Beach Golf Club by Ryan Wesley Ruth, which goes to show you that you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. He had the mulligan. Click.
LA Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani became the first ever player in Major League Baseball history to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a single regular season. Ohtani was quoted as saying, "Yeah, the odds on me doing this year were like 800 to 1. I'm making more money off this one single bet than I'm going to off of my entire contract. I mean, no English, talk to my translator."
Click. Oh, yeah. On September 16th, Sean P. Diddy Combs is arrested in Manhattan and charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. It's over, everyone. Diddy got done on his diddling and didn't get diddle squat. Didn't he? Spent hours on that. Click.
New York Mayor Eric Adams was indicted following federal corruption charges. Adams told reporters, "New York's referred to as Gotham City, and I'm the mayor of Gotham, but I'm the scumbag for being a little corrupt. Sorry for taking my job too literally."
Click. Q4. How long is this going to last? Click. October. Oh, one of my favorite months. Click. On October 1st, Jimmy Carter turned 100 years old, making him the first U.S. president to become a centenarian. Which you gotta ask, how is he gonna get those pants on now that he's half horse?
That's right, Kody. When asked how he plans to celebrate, Jimmy Carter said he plans to follow this up by running for Congress.
Click. The Environmental Protection Agency sets up a 10-year deadline to replace all lead water pipes in the United States. A 10-year deadline. The announcement was met with a collective sigh and simultaneous face slap from Flint, Michigan. Click. November.
The Federal Aviation Administration issued a temporary 30-day ground on all U.S. airlines flying to Haiti after gangs shot at a Spirit Airlines aircraft that was attempting to land. But upon further investigation, it was found to be angry customers shooting at Spirit Airlines, which we've all been there.
Click. December. Yes, because nothing else ever happened in November. Nothing happened.
I think that was the only major event that happened. Yeah,
That's the only
I didn't
thing
hear
I
anything
can
else.
think of. You guys know it? Yeah. Click. On December 4th, United Healthcare CEO is gunned down in Manhattan by Luigi the Adjuster Mangione. I, for one, cannot wait for the movie to come out about this whole situation because Dave Franco's definitely going to play this guy. It's going to be produced by A24, and it's going to be shot on 35mm film because, of course, and it's going to be directed by Martin Scorsese because this is true cinema.
And also a great New York crime tale.
Yeah. You know, who do you think is going to play the McDonald's worker?
Ooh, good question. It's Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Oh, yeah, that's great. The month's not over yet. So many things can happen, as can be told by like that last joke there. Oh man, I'm so scared, guys. I'm so scared. There's so many days left. All right, that's the end of our year in review.
This is entertainment.
Quarter three, we're on quarter three. Get up here, Pav. Will, get that shit on stage. How many times do I have to keep telling you this? I'm not gonna get any more treats in your cage tonight.